The nightmare is really sweet. This is the second segment of the 13th episode of the first season of the Book of Pooh. It's also quite funny in parts as well. Piglet is having some nightmares, and Piglet asks Pooh Bear for help, and Pooh Bear and Tigger decide that they will stay awake to help Piglet with his nightmares. Now, things don't exactly go according to plan, and Piglet still has nightmares. Will they ever get to the bottom of it? Well, I won't say exactly what happens, but there is a delightful moment where actually there's some education, kind of. They look up the word nightmare in a dictionary, which I rather liked. Anything that encourages children to think about what words mean and to use a dictionary is something that I think is really great. Now, they kind of just looked up the word mare and decided that, and I quote, "A nightmare is a horsey that comes at night and gives you bad dreams." I guess making it an animal kind of makes it a little less scary because it's no longer an unknown entity, I guess. But then, like, it could make somebody scared of horses. Either way, it amused me quite a bit, and they try and find ways to ward off this actual horse while Piglet has nightmares. But actually, it was Eeyore who turned things around and told Piglet. And this is a small spoiler for something that happens at the end, but at the end of the episode, Eeyore tells Piglet that the dream he described didn't sound like a bad dream at all. It sounded like a good dream because it was an interesting dream, and that meant that Piglet had a good imagination. And I thought that that was such a lovely way to turn things around and no longer make it seem like a negative thing. Obviously, nightmares are still horrible, but by actually saying, hey, you had a nightmare, that means you've got a good imagination. It helps to put a bit of a positive spin on it, which I think if that helps a child get through a nightmare, so be it. I really liked it. I thought it had a really good narrative development. The pacing was really great, great cast of characters. Everybody had a really good role to play in this, and there were definitely bits that I thought were quite funny, very cleverly written. Ultimately, it was really enjoyable, and I think something that can be a real benefit for a lot of people.